themselves from the coronavirus, and he is in Kakamega County. Lusige, good afternoon. Great to see you. What measures has the county put in place to safeguard its people, Lusige?
Grace, actually, the three individuals who are working under the Ministry of Water here in Kakamega County government had traveled to Italy 1.5 weeks ago to outsource water equipment. And when they came back, they never informed the authorities that they had traveled to Italy. So what they did, they went on making merry and enjoying themselves with the members of the public until it was found out that they had traveled and they had just arrived from Italy. That's why they have now been put under mandatory isolation as more investigations are being done to find out if they contracted the coronavirus or if they are safe. They have to wait until the results are out. Then they'll be given an opportunity now to interact with the members of the public. These are some of the measures that the county is trying to do so as to avoid the spread of the coronavirus. And apart from that, also the governor has said, because he had also interacted with them, but he says he's ready anytime to be isolated, but he's still waiting to find out the final result of those three individuals who had traveled all the way from Italy 1.5 weeks ago. But apart from that, also the county government has now decided to give free sanitizers to motorbike or those border individuals who are working within the entire county, and also the public service vehicles. So most probably the most important information now is just to say that those three individuals are still yet not confirmed that they were positive, but what the government is trying to do is only to isolate them and also to be able to find out if really they are safe to interact with the members of the public, because they refused to be quarantined for the 14 days as what we have been seeing the government calling on Kenyans. If you have traveled from any other country from the outside which maybe has a coronavirus, you have to quarantine yourself for 14 days. So they refused. That's why they have been forced to do so under mandatory instructions by the county government of Kakamega.
It's unfortunate, Lusige, that people have to be forced to quarantine. But Lusige, earlier on today, especially a link that Judah Ben-Hur did, we saw most people moving from town here in Nairobi to up country, and they've been discouraged from doing that. I mean, before the break, we had George Natembea discouraging people from moving, from town to up country. I don't know, are we seeing a surge in people coming home, Lusige, from town? In Kakamega, for instance?
Yes, definitely, Grace, that is happening, because most of the people who are traveling from major cities are now going back to the villages, especially like the entire western region. We have seen an influx of people traveling from most probably Nairobi and Mombasa and even other major cities. But what the the national government is doing is trying to advise them to stay where they are. But here in Kakamega, a few minutes ago, actually saw the police trying to use what we can call the tear gas canisters to disperse members of the public who have been converging in small meetings within town. So what the county government and also the national government here in Mashinani, in the rural areas, what they're trying to do is to emphasize that they don't want now to see people in any towns, especially the small towns here. And if they do not do that, then they're being forced by the police, who are moving around using tear gases and making sure that everyone disperses from the towns. But this is a bigger challenge, because now it's very hard to force someone not to go back to their homestead. But what they're being told is to kindly make sure if they travel, then they have to follow the procedure that the government has put, like reducing the number of passengers within the matatus. But it will be very, very difficult, because as days go on, the higher the number of people who are now traveling from major cities going back, because to the villages they feel that maybe they might be more safer in the villages, which is a little bit also a challenge, because here in rural areas people are less educated. They do not know how to protect themselves, how to sanitize, and that's why the county government is now trying to set aside funds to give free sanitizers to the members of the public actually in the rural villages. But we'll be following up in details to see what will be the impact of those people who are traveling in large numbers to the rural areas here, Grace.
Indeed, Lusige, thank you for that update. Our reporter, Willie Lusige, coming to us live from Kakamega, of course, speaking to us concerning how people in counties and governments are protected